Well, look what we have here. Brand new study, fresh off the press. We got a brand new study that just came out from the Northeastern University showing exactly how aerobic fitness and body composition may shape anxiety and depression symptoms in children aged 8 to 11. 8 to 11. And it just so happens, guys, that we also have an increase in body fat percentages going up between kids and adults. Obesity rates are rising. Obesity rates are rising. I just did a video not too long ago talking about the UNICEF. They just found that obesity rates in children have finally, for the first time in history, surpassed children suffering from hunger. I mean, you always see that with the United Nations. They're always trying to, fund, programs to help stop, world starvation and stuff. No, guys, now they're worried about obesity rates. They're climbing. And so are obesity rates in adults. The average, I think body fat level in adults right now for males, I know is well above 21%. I think you're chilling in the 20 to 30% range, which is between that overweight and obesity. Females are rising as well. Everything's just rising. Guess what else is rising? Health issues like diabetes, cancers, heart disease, strokes, high blood pressure. It's all on the rise. Insulin resistant. It's all on the rise. It's all on the rise, guys. And if you zoom way out, guys, this ain't about diets. A lot of people were really focused on the micro here, the plant-based versus the animal-based diets. No, let's zoom way out, guys. The problem is excess body fat. We're talking we're talking excess visceral fat, even some subcutaneous fat, the lean mass ratio. It's just all off, guys. It's all off. That's got to be our main focus. That's got to be our main focus here because we're seeing it right in front of our face. As the obesity rates rise, so does everything else. Mental health and physical health. Body fat is being way overlooked, guys. Body fat levels, body composition, it's just being way overlooked when it comes to mental health issues. Right here, we got some research here. Let's get into it right here. So what they did was they took 200 generally healthy kids ages 8 to 11, no clinical diagnoses of depression or anxiety. The data that was collected was from 2019 to 2023. We're now in 2025. It's still rising. Can you imagine what it would look like now? Observational design. So what it measured was body composition. They measured body fat, including adipose tissue around the organs. So that visceral fat, the deadly stuff, and lean mass. They also measured aerobic fitness. Kids did a maximal treadmill test. They ran till fatigued, wearing masks to measure oxygen usage, which is that VO2 max. They measured mental health symptoms, so self-reported questionnaires like anxiety and depression. Not diagnostic level, but symptoms. The controls, the researchers, adjusted for sex, stage of puberty, socioeconomic status, etc. Tried to isolate relationships. Key findings. What they found, guys, higher aerobic fitness plus more lean mass was associated with fewer symptoms of anxiety and depression. Higher body fat, okay, especially visceral fat, adipose tissue, fat around the organs, and lower fitness were associated with more symptoms of anxiety and depression, all right? These relationships held even in children without clinical diagnosis, which means subtle differences in fitness and body composition might still matter a lot to mental health. The effects were statistically significant even after accounting for socioeconomic status, puberty, sex, etc. So these aren't just reflections of other background factors. So what does this suggest, guys? Some possible mechanisms. Inflammation. Higher adipose tissue can promote inflammation. All right. A lot of us are suffering from chronic diseases that are caused from inflammation. But if we zoom out, where's that coming from? Looks like here, higher adipose tissue can promote inflammation, which is thought to worsen mood and depression symptoms. All right, so biological benefits of fitness, better aerobic fitness might improve brain health, mood regulation, maybe neurogenesis, or stress resilience. Lean mass might also play a role beyond just being stronger. It's part of a healthy metabolism and hormonal balance. Okay? This is a correlation, not causation. The study does not prove that increasing fitness or reducing body fat will cause better mental health, but it gives strong evidence that these factors are linked. Future intervention studies are needed. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. We have so many transformations out there, basically independent researchers through all these platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And I know, social media could kind of show a fake side, but even yourself, guys, think about it. When you're in shape and you're losing body fat, you're losing weight, you feel better. You go to the gym. After the gym, you get this natural high, right? Just everybody, I can't, anybody that loses weight and goes through these huge transformations, every single time, that's all I hear is they talk about how they cured their depression and their anxiety. Every single transformation, everyone always talks about how their anxiety and their depression improved from improving their body composition. It's right in front of us, guys. But so before we, start sucking down these pills down our throat, we might want to pay more attention to this, a natural way of curing some of these diseases, a natural way, right? That's not going to leave us with a shit ton of side effects. There might be some little side effects from losing weight. You start feeling tired as your body gets, adjusts to the caloric intake and stuff like that. That's just part of dieting, guys, but not these crazy side effects where you got to take other drugs to combat the side effect. So there are a few things that the study couldn't resolve. All right. And that's fine. All right. This is, we're starting to figure this out. All right. So do kids with more anxiety / depression symptoms become less active / gain more fat, vice versa? Probably both in some of the feedback loops. We have some intervention evidence. We need randomized control trials to test whether boosting fitness or reducing fat improves mental health. The study was in healthy children, 8 to 11. We don't know yet how it applies to older kids diagnosed cases like very obese kids. Guys, come on. We know what would happen. Measurement constraints, self-reporting of mental health symptoms has biases. Fitness tests and body fat measurement are good, but expensive to scale outside the lab settings. I mean, that's the great thing about us. If you've gone through a transformation, please don't be scared of talking about it and showing the world and telling the world some of the experiences that you went through. Right? This is only going to help. You're basically the science project. Body composition is heavily connected to some of these mental health issues that we're dealing with, and we already know it's connected to a lot of the general health issues that we're dealing with today. I listed them already before, the deadly ones. But there's some quotes in here too that I kind of want to bring up. This is all basically subdiagnosis levels, but we're seeing that even with increased lean muscle, we see decreasing symptoms for these mental health outcomes. This is exciting to me personally because I study physical fitness and body composition and how it affects health. And so to see in the mental health space, it's exciting to me particularly that fitness and lean mass might be protective. There are specific interventions to increase somebody's fitness, increase their lean mass, and decrease their adipose tissue that might move the needle on this. Oh my God. Is there a certain group of people that do this? Wait a minute. There is. Nutritionists, bodybuilders, personal trainers. Guys, we got to start being real with ourselves. These guys are legit professionals at losing weight and building muscle tissue. Getting your body fat percentages down and building muscle tissue. These guys are literally pros at this. They've been doing it for years, and we just keep throwing them on the side because all we talk about is the drugs that they do. I've done bodybuilding. I've never done drugs. Guys, there's so many natural bodybuilding athletes out there, but not even just bodybuilders, guys. You don't have to be a damn bodybuilder. There's so many people in the fitness space and the fitness realm that are pros at losing body fat and increasing muscle mass. We have professional nutritionists out there too to help people do that. So it's time that we start talking about bringing these people to the table, these professionals that specialize in doing this specifically, right? You go to your doctor and you have these problems, they throw you on the drugs, and then you end up on these drugs forever. But what if, what if we brought this other group in to kind of help with the diagnosis and make them part of the prescription? I wonder what would happen. It seems off, man. It seems weird to me that these guys aren't, part of the picture in these prescriptions, and it's very hard for people too, because, I know that medication and stuff is insurable, but I'm not so sure about seeing a nutritionist or getting a personal trainer. I don't think it is insurable. So this is wild to me, guys. It's right in front of our face. I think we're overlooking this. I think we're overlooking body fat percentages and lean mass and how they play a very important role with our mental health and our physical health. It's just mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing to me. It really is. So I know this might sound crazy, guys, but in my opinion, I think, body composition should be checked in the doctor's office. Yeah, they check your height and your weight on the scale, but these guys aren't doing a more intensive look. They're not looking at DEXA scans or InBodies or something that can get a close range of what your body fat percentages are at and your lean muscle mass. I mean, this has got to be part of the protocol here. We got to start adding this stuff in because we're seeing that there's a strong connection here with these symptoms. And I'm not talking just mentally, I'm talking physically. So I really think this has got to be part of the protocol and part of the prescription, instead of just jamming these drugs that we jam down our throats and we just never get off of them. And then that it ends there. It really ends there. And, sometimes, they may bring it up. Hey, we got to start looking about, changing your lifestyle and your weight and whatever. But guys, there's people out there that specialize in this, that are pros at losing body fat and gaining muscle. They have to be part of this prescription. We got to start talking about this. There's an easier route, a more natural route, another route that you can take to, maybe you're temporarily on the medication, but we got to figure out a way to get you off of them long term. We don't want you on them long term because we know the side effects that can happen if you end up on these medications long term. I think we got to start bringing these other professionals to the table that are pros at this. Anyways, guys, all in all, the proof is in the pudding. Increased adipose tissue can cause more inflammation, which could also be causing a lot of these negative effects, mental and physical. And I think that's something that we really got to focus in on. I'm starting to see kind of like this war on nutrition now, but I think what really matters, guys, on the macro level is our body composition. Whatever diet is going to get you to healthy body fat ranges, I'd say do that. I'd say probably focus on that. Then maybe start playing around with, which diet's the best diet, But for me, this is just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think, right? This is literally just my opinion and from the research that I'm seeing here. But let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think? I think there's definitely a strong correlation here. But if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button for future videos and to stay updated. And then please hit the like button. That does help the algorithm. I'm a small YouTuber. So we're just trying to get this awareness and this message out. But till next time, guys, peace.